My name is Mike Pfaff, and this is my YouTube channel, Living in the Illusion. Now, last time we got together, I posed the question, can you see anything neutral in your world? And that speaks to the idea that we create our world inside and then project it outside, into the outside world. And then we get feedback through our senses in a loop system that what is inside is projected outside and then comes back to us. And so there is a loop situation between what we create inside and information that is outside of us. So since our inside world is constructed around our belief system and our thoughts come out of our belief system, and when we think a thought, we produce images, because that's the way the system works, not just visual images, but inside we create through our thought process sound and taste and all of the sensory inputs that we think are coming from the outside are inside interpretations. So the Course says, no, there's nothing neutral. And the reason is you have no neutral thoughts. You may think you do. You may say, well, I don't care one way or another. But at a deeper level, you do, or you wouldn't have the thought. So the other thing is that with this loop system, you think the outside projection was in place or created or outside of you before the image was, or the creation of your world was inside. Because the conscious mind operates so slowly. So you think that the projection, outside projection, happened before the inside thought process. And, which makes, for you, makes perfect sense. You say, well, it's out there. And then I think about it in here. And the Course says, actually, it's the other way around. You create it inside, project it outside. And so the outside world is a direct reflection of what you're doing inside. In the egoic world, in the illusion, you believe that the outside was created first, and then the inside is a projection or a creation based upon what's outside. Two different ways of looking at the world. One in the egoic world, one beyond the illusion. Now that was last week. Well, what a lot of time to go through a slight review of that. And I'll put that up here, link up there, so you can look at that last YouTube if you want. This time we're going to talk about the hostile world. That's outside, which is a projection, which is outside of you. A vengeful and hostile world. Is it chewing you up? It's difficult to trust that outside world because we get so much information, particularly with the news, that there's a lot of danger in our world. There's a lot of things we have to look out for. So there's vengeful things. Uh, we're warned against being scammed, people taking advantage of us. We're warned against losing our money, losing position. Jobs could be lost. There, people could be hurt. All kinds of dangers in the world, and of course, the news helps that happen. Why do I say helps it happen? Well, because everything's attracting, everything is interconnected, and that makes it a two-edged sword. Now, on one hand, you don't want to be naive in the world, or you could end up with something that you don't want to experience. And the other thing is, if you are looking for danger, for somebody to take advantage of you around every corner, around every place that you go, every situation in your life, your mind, which is the controller, is going to find those situations and point them out to you. Sometimes after they happen. So, and your ego gets involved in that too. When something bad happens, the ego says, "Hey, I told you, you should have listened to me. You shouldn't be out there doing things like that." So there's danger all around us. Isn't that exciting? Now, so it's difficult to trust the world around us because on one hand, you could get hurt. On the other hand, you have to be so meticulous about looking at every situation that it's time-consuming and it's in your mind. We'll come back to that point, that it's in your mind on a constant level. So a lot of people believe that, well, the best defense is a good offense. Is a good offense. That's an old football strategy, to have a good offense. So if your offense is to attack first, you're always got to be looking for an opportunity to attack. And you will justify it as saying, well, I was just protecting myself first. So that's what we do. A lot of people do. Attacking first means you must interpret every situation as a threat against you. And don't wait for them to act first. You have to act first. And in acting first, all you see is a vengeful and hurtful world. Oh. It's only a place where either you're excited because you're attacking or you're depressed because you didn't attack. So, anxiety is always about the future, and depression is always about the past. Now, what's A Course in Miracles say? What I see is a form of vengeance. And they go on, so I'm going to read a little bit of that. Having projected his anger, see, if you're looking for it, you're going to see it coming back to you. Having projected his anger onto the world, he sees vengeance. Oh, vengeance about to strike him. So, his own attack is thus perceived as self-defense. That's how you rationalize it. Well, I'm protecting myself. I'm attacking first. Oh, we do that. Go back and look at some old history, and you'll see, oh, yeah, well, we attacked first because they were going to attack us. And, of course, we'll rationalize it and justify it. This becomes an increased vicious circle until he's willing to see things differently, until he's willing to change. So if you are always looking for the dark side, you're going to continue to see it until you change your vision. Now this ties into now again, looking at the Course. Look around you, and as you look at different things, different people, different situations, think and say out loud, or to yourself if you're looking at them, whatever it is, maybe me. You say, I see only the perishable. I see nothing that will last. What I see isn't real. What I see is a form of vengeance. Why isn't it real? Because it won't last. It'll disappear. As soon as it moves off in the present moment, it's gone. As long as it remains there, it's there. But it will slowly disappear. Even the pyramids are slowly disappearing. It's the way life is. Now, if you think about the law of attraction, now the law of attraction is whatever thought you're thinking is what you're going to see in your life, is what you're going to bring into your life. And now again, this is a two-edged sword also. And we don't think about it like that because we think of the law of attraction as manifesting, that we have positive thoughts, we take positive action, and therefore we are going to get positive things back. And there is and that's true. What we don't recognize is that our self-talk is out of our conscious awareness. Our self-talk, how we talk to ourselves, for the most part, is out of our conscious awareness. And it is bringing us whatever that thought, whatever that thinking process underneath our conscious awareness is. So if you feel you have a need for manifesting something in your life by thinking positive thoughts, the other side of the sword is inside of you, below your conscious awareness, you are thinking many negative thoughts that is also, just like positive ones, are attracting into your life those things that satisfy your internal self-talk. It's automatic. below your conscious awareness. So if you're getting negative things in your life, at some level, you have negative experiences that are clouding your ability to create positive things. So now we have, I'm going to think positive thoughts, and I'm going to get positive things. Well, you're going to do that on a conscious level. Again, slow, conscious, small mind. Inside, below conscious awareness, your subconscious mind is thinking a bunch of different thoughts that are big, that are streaming 24/7. And now, every once in a while, for a minute or two, on a conscious level, you're going to think positive thoughts. You're going to think, oh, I'm going to get positive things. Now look again. You say the universe is going to give you positive things because of your positive thoughts. But underneath, you have an energy system big that is giving you what you got now. So your little positive thoughts are struggling against your subconscious mind and what you have now based upon your belief system. And can you override that? Yeah, for a New York minute. And then, as you stop thinking positive thoughts, your underlying grandiose negative thoughts in your subconscious mind will step out of the shadows and just take over your life again. Unless you change them. I see no neutral things. This world seems to be filled with danger. Oh, what can we do? Well, the Course has a lot of things that we can do. You see from your thoughts are internally generated through your belief system. If you want to have a different world, you've got to change your thoughts. To change your thoughts, you have to change your beliefs. Some of them. To change your beliefs, you have to change your memories. Because beliefs are created from memories. Always gets back to memories. That's why this book is here. I have another book on memories, The Secret Life of Memories, and how to change them. All you are your memories. And when you begin to see that and begin to heal your past, you change your present. You change your present. As you change your present, you project a different world outside of you. And that will reflect back to you. Oh, we have much to talk about here in the illusion. Do not take this so lightly. I put a lot of references into the description, a lot of information. You are on a course if you follow this channel. You're on a course to recognize you are in control of your life and you can make it anything you want. Right now, the problem is the egoic world is telling you how to be successful. And basically, it's acquiring more stuff to make you happy. But here's the thing. It's not the outside stuff that makes you happy. It is your inside creation. It is your inside world that determines how happy you are going to be. Happiness is not acquiring. Happiness is an inside journey. It's not something you arrive at. It's what you do on a day-to-day, moment-to-moment basis. How's that going to help? Well, if you like yourself, if you love yourself, happiness is now, in the present moment. Be good to yourself and see if this has some impact on you of changing your life in the illusion. We'll look forward to seeing you next time we get together